Hi, I'm Mark Cullen with a do-it-yourself video library explaining how to build a rain garden. This is one in a series of videos produced by Landscape Ontario and Park Lane Landscapes. This video describes two demonstration rain garden projects that are located within the Lake Simcoe watershed.
A watershed, essentially, if you think of the entire world in a tub, everything that's water is going to go down to the lowest point, or at the lowest bottom point of the tub. So watershed is just that. It's essentially all of the land and all the streams, rivers, creeks, everything around it, that wherever you're standing, all that rainwater comes down, hits your head, goes into the ground somehow, and then eventually finds that lowest point in the tub. Of course, Lake Simcoe is the bottom of the tub, so everything always runs down to it. So really, stormwater management is all about how are we going to get that water that eventually will make its way, all of it will make its way to Lake Simcoe. How it used to do it was it soaked into the ground, and then through the ground went into the creeks and rivers and streams, and then those went down to the lake itself. Well, now again with stormwater, when you have cities and pavement, all of that water now is concentrated into pipes, and then it outlets into various ways. It still gets to the lake, but how it gets there is on the surface as opposed to going down into the ground and then slowly going through the ground, being cleaned on its way to the lake.
Pine Beach in Keswick is an example of a larger scale rain garden capturing water from adjacent streets and purifying the water before it enters Lake Simcoe.
So this whole park was actually just nasty, nasty grass and sopping wet.
Horrible shoreline, totally messed in terms of algae and weed. You wouldn't want to go in the water, and it was just plain grass, and there was nothing to do here.
You can't put a grassy swale in because it's too wet, so there's no real low-impact development that you could put in this property that exists today. So we've created one of our own. These two culverts, these two streams, catch all the water from a huge area, from Pine Beach to almost Glenwoods. And all that area comes through this beach right here. And no longer does this community pollute that lake. Now, by doing this community, being heroes they are, filtrate this water, clean this water, and cool this water. My contribution was to work with Anna back and forth to figure out what would be the best substrate, what's underneath the ground. I believe that larger stones on the bottom wrapped in textile cloth and then on top the pea gravel would be the best filtration. And because of the amount of water, we had to make it deep enough and thick enough. The first 15 minutes, half an hour of rain is where the phosphorus is, because it's the first stuff to strip the lawn, and it's all going to be under the stone. Anything past that first half hour, it's going to be surface water, it's going to be clean. It's not stagnant because it's moving. You can't see it move because it's not moving this way, it's moving this way. So the water comes in, drops, and runs along the bottom.
Each of these sections that we planted are all native plants, and this entire area is broken up so that as the plants grow, community is going to be able to put a bench here, put a little fire pit there. So there are different spaces that they can use for different things. There's never going to be a problem with walking on this even after a heavy rainstorm now.
This is what's so beautiful about it. When they start to see that this is just the beginning of the transformation. These living rooms are going to become something very beautiful. And over the next year or so, and when more plantings come in and all of that, this transformation is going to be amazing. It's already transformed.
De La Salle Park in Sutton is a smaller rain garden capturing an enormous amount of rainwater off the roof of a community center. The water is directed down into a funky downspout to a rain garden. This project shows a rain garden can become a focal piece, adding in fun and dynamic artwork. In our next videos, we'll discover the anatomy of a rain garden and how the function and aesthetics of a rain garden can be designed to fit any home.